Welcome to Mondays with Mark. I'm Mark, and this is Spooky Steve and Mark. Whoa! Oh, yes, it is. Welcome or welcome back. Oh, it's great to see you finally. I know. On this Tuesday edition of Mondays with Mark. I know. You know me. I don't even know. Maybe I should just switch it to Tuesdays, right? But it just doesn't sound the same, you know? Mondays with Mark. Tuesdays with Mark. I just don't like it. So, I don't know. Once again, I was a little overzealous with what I wanted to actually get finished for Mondays with Mark, you know, and that was all of our outside Halloween display, you know, and of course, you know, as you can tell, I am a mess. I don't even know what I look like. I'm covered with hot glue and paint and dirt. Oh my goodness! But it was all worth it because today, we have our. I guess, yeah, we've done one every year since we started Spooky Steve and Mark. I guess it's our annual outside DIY project, you know, and today we're gonna make a creepy DIY cauldron for Halloween. Oh, it's so cool looking. And then I thought it might be nice if we did if I did a little reveal of all of the outside decorations. I suppose I shouldn't have said all. And I probably shouldn't have said reveal either, because you know me. Like, okay, if I get it finished, well, tomorrow I'll probably go out and move this here, put that there, add. Is it ever done, though? Really? I do like decorating, though. Right, a big shock, right? Like you didn't know that. But I'll tell you, the one thing I have to keep in mind, you know, really is that I can get, like, so into it that I get, like, a little, you know, I don't know, a little up in my head, right? Like, oh, it has to be like this way. It has to be perfect. Oh, I got to get it done fast. I got to get it done, you know, and it takes away from the enjoyment of actually, you know, decorating. So I had to reel myself in a couple times there, you know, and it's a bunch of different reasons. I mean, you know, one is that, like, you know, I want it to look as best as it can for you guys, of course. Another one is that I have all these plans and they have to be executed exactly. And if they're not, I, as a person, am a failure. Well, you know that story, right? Gosh, that could be its own video, right? Mental health real talk video, like how we can get into our heads over things like that. But anyway, yes, I had a really good time doing it, and we're gonna go outside and take a look at all the Halloween stuff. And I think we probably will have one more garden update before the end of the season, so you can see what's going on there. We're having all the, you know, the last of the season harvest. We have some carrots ready to go, the green beans, all the celery I cut yesterday. Oh gosh, we have so much celery now. And now it's actually time to put in, like, you know, anything that you would plant now for next season, you know. So I put in 2 holly bushes that I rooted from a clipping from a holly bush at work. And we did a video on that 2 years ago, you know, how to root it. Then we planted it in a pot. And now I put it out in the garden, both of those. I have some really cool bulbs that came in. I'll show you those. And garlic got to go in too, you know. So anyway, we'll talk about that maybe a little later this week, you know. But so how the heck are you anyway? I'm rambling on already, and we're not even in the first 5 minutes yet. Oh my goodness. I hope you had a nice weekend. We did. I actually had a really nice weekend. Of course, Spooky Steve and Mark rolled out over the weekend. Don't get your shoulders go. You know, I'm really excited when I do that thing, you know. And it's just my favorite month for content and just, like, you know, in general too. You know, I really do like this season. So, and let's see, we talked about, what spooky show am I movie series am I going to watch from beginning to end this Halloween? Well, you know, it's a tie right now between Friday the 13th, you know, from the beginning all the way to the end. I don't even know. I think there's 14 movies now, you know. It was a tie between that and then the Halloween movies. I have never watched them, like, you know, the first movie all the way till the end. And I've never seen the latest Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis called Halloween Ends. But I still haven't seen that. Do you believe it? So it's a toss up between those two. One of them it will be. Oh, and speaking of the garden, let me show you this. Isn't look how cool this is. I love the way these look, and I have three of these. You know what these are? At work, on the outside of my office, on the window, and my coworker Nicole, outside of her office, we have bird feeders there, right, filled with seed. Well, they go in and eat it, and all the seed falls down onto the ground, and these came up. But the interesting thing is it's completely covered with gravel. So all of these grew falling down in gravel after the birds like pecked at it. And there's a bunch of like little mini sunflowers there. And it was so cool. So I pulled them all up today. They still have roots and everything. And I made three vases like this. And I have them in the kitchen. They look really nice. And then I took another bunch and I'm drying them. So that's another thing that's going on now. A lot of drying going on. I took all the clothes out of the bedroom closet. And everything is hanging in there drying right now. Oh boy, when I think of some of the things that I do and that Steven puts up with, it's like, oh my goodness. Like the house is ripped up because I'm in the middle of decorating for Halloween, in addition to filming, and we have some segments coming up where we have a little space out in the living room set up to film. Well, that's still out there and set up. So when you come walking into our house, like, if you don't know us, it would be so interesting to know what people think. You know? Anyway. All right. Okay. Enough of the rambling. Okay. We have a project to get to, okay? And it's really, really fun. And I'm not gonna give it away or anything because I just finished it up, but I think you're gonna like it. It was a lot of fun to do. And this particular project you could make in any size you want to. We made a pretty big one. We're gonna make a creepy cauldron for our outside display. So come on with me and let's go outside and make this baby, okay? Hey guys, how are you? Oh, it is a perfect autumn evening. Oh, it really is. The weather's nice, there's a nice breeze, but we're getting some bad weather coming up. So I thought this would be a perfect evening to do some outside spooky decorations. And you know what? I just happen to have a project this year that's really, really cool. We're gonna make a cauldron for our display here, okay? So come on, let's go do it. Oh, yes. So you know, we've done projects like this in the past, you know, where we take some plywood and cut her all up, paint her all up, you know, just like last year we made that big red truck for Christmas. Oh, it was so cool. Looked really cool, too. And this project is pretty much the same. By the time we're done with this, we're going to have a bubbling, spooky cauldron for our display. It's going to be so cool. So let me show you how I did this. Now, this is one of those projects that I thought up in my head, so we're going to have to see if this turns out okay together. But I'll tell you, I was thinking, of all the Mondays with Marks we've done, we didn't have a fail yet. So that's pretty good odds that this will turn out right? Okay, so let's get started. And it does start with a piece of plywood or scrap wood, whichever type you want. This was a 4x8 that I cut down. And then I sketched a little template of a cauldron on here, which is basically an oval. You can see my little lines here, like that. And our first step here, oh yeah, we got to cut her out. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Here we go. We have our shape of our cauldron. So now our next step, we're going to paint her black. Oh yes, and for that, I have some old chalkboard paint here that I'm going to use up on this. You could use a spray bomb as well, and you could go with full gloss, or you could go with a matted finish. I'm going with the chalkboard paint because I do want that matted finish. I think it'll look good. Let's get this baby painted. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think she looks pretty good here. So now, well, there's nothing left to do until she dries all up. Now, chalkboard paint, it does dry rather quickly. So I guess we'll see how long. Probably about an hour or two. I just want to make sure that it's really dry before we go on to our next step. All right, well, it's getting a little bit dark outside, which means it's getting spooky, right? So I think we'll probably finish our project tomorrow. But I wanted to show you the finished product, like after everything's dry and everything. Check this out. Oh yes, this is going to go right on the front of our cauldron. It's going to be so cool. Now this is self-adhesive, but I am going to put some permanent glue down too, and then we're going to coat everything with polyurethane or some type of sealer when we're done, so it doesn't peel off or anything. But I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. It's coming along pretty well so far. So I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'll see you in the AM. Top of the morning to ya. No, just kidding. It's definitely not morning. In fact, it's after work. That's how late I didn't get up on time. Of course I didn't, you know. But hey, I did get something done before I left, and we're going to finish our cauldron up this evening. Oh, yeah. So here, this is what I got done this morning. So I got our double toil and trouble sign on there, and I used some spray glue, and it was self-adhesive, and it is like a vinyl kind of a thing. But I also used some spray adhesive here and a few little dots of permanent glue too, just in case. And then this is just a little piece of scrap wood that I had left over from cutting out the cauldron, and I thought it made a nice little accent piece. It kind of looks like an Amazon smiley face, doesn't it? All right, so the next step, we are going to coat everything with our polyurethane. Now, you could use a spray adhesive for this, but like something this size, you're going to probably use up, well, probably a whole can of it. And you really should do 2 coats, you know. So for bigger projects like this, I do like to use polyurethane or some other type of, like, you know, wipe on or brush on sealer. So I have it all ready to go, and we're just going to brush it on just like this, and this will give it this will make it nice and weatherproof, and it'll give it a little sheen too, and it'll help keep our little sign on here too. All right. Okay. There she is. Okay, all nice and coated there and even. So now, well, we have to let her dry. All right, well, while she's drying there, I'm going to put the mounts up, which is actually going to hold our cauldron upright. And I'm putting the cauldron right on our banister here in back of our Halloween display. It sits like on the porch, kind of. And what I'm going to do is I have 2 scrap pieces of wood, and I'm actually going to drill mine down into the banister. Now, if you don't want to do that, you know, you can actually put a little brace on the back of it. It'll make it freestanding, and you can put it wherever you want. Save your scraps from when you cut it, because you can attach these right to your cauldron, and then you'll have a freestanding cauldron there. My screw and my drill ready to go here, and I'll show you it when it's all in. Okay, so I hope that makes sense there. I have my 2 brackets on here, and our cauldron will be standing up like this, and then we'll screw them in right here and right here. But we're going to do that later. Let's see if our cauldron is dry. Nope, couple more minutes. Okay, it's getting dark out, spooky. But I thought I would take this opportunity while our cauldron is drying to put a few more gravestones in our outside display here. Oh, this is so much fun. I can't wait for you to see it when it's all done. All right, here it goes. So we are all dry. Yes, we are. Ooh, dry and ready to go. All right, so now what we're going to do here, and I hope there's enough light. Let's see, maybe if I stand here, I'll stand this way. There's plenty of light. Now we're going to add our accents to this before we set her up. And by accents, I mean, oh yes, we're going to have a bubbling cauldron. So using our hot glue gun, turn her on, and spider webbing, you know, you can get a bag like that. That'll work perfectly. And then we have some fairy lights that run on batteries and have a timer on them too. 8 hours on, 16 hours off. We're going to put these underneath it, to kind of give it a little creepy look to it there, And so we are going to start, though, with our lights. So here, I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm going to do, and then we'll actually do it. So using my hot glue gun, I'm going to put the fairy lights right down above our little accent piece here. And I'm just going to tap them down, every so often there. And then I'm going to put the battery pack underneath on the back. And then we're going to take our spider webs, and if you get the majority of them are like this. They come in like this, like a tube or a roll. And we're just going to start one end, and we're going to go up, down, and around the back. And then we're going to poof her out. So here, let me get started, and then maybe you'll know a little more what I mean. All right. Lights, okay, lights. I switched it up a little bit using a staple gun. Oh, so much easier than the hot glue. It did start with the hot glue, but it's not going to be seen. So the staple gun was so much easier. Okay, so as you can see, we have our lights on the top. And now we're going to cover them up with our spider webs. And then with our lights, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the one I want. See how it cool. I think it's going to look good. All right. Well, let me finish up with the finishing touches here, and then we'll put her up. Ooh, okay, it's time to screw her in. We're going to attach our cauldron, and for that, we already put the braces on, right? And we're just going to use some screws, and we're going to screw her right into that base that I put on there. And it isn't too heavy, so I think it'll be enough. Let's do it. Okay, there she is, freestanding. Thank you for holding the cauldron. Can you see he's up there? Thank you so much. All right, okay, so now we need a fire for the cauldron, right? Okay, so for that, check out what I made. Look, so I just took some old logs and branches from the yard, and I wired them together and hot glued them together with some flame bulbs there, which I added to it, and just added some moss around it. And he's gonna sit right there like that to give our cauldron a fire. Just like that, and then I'm gonna wire it, around. I have these little hooks in there that'll hold it, and then some extra logs on the side, and then, for the finishing touches, I'm gonna put some. I have some corn stalks dried, so we'll put them up every so often. So, but you know what? Let me go and turn all the lights out and light our cauldron up. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. The big reveal. Oh, I think it looks cute. Very nice. Oh, yes, I can't wait to do all the finishing touches. Ooh, very nice. Well, there you have it. Our creepy DIY cauldron for Halloween. What'd you think? Did you like how it turned out? I'm pleased with how it turned out. I am. This was one of those. I think I mentioned it already, but this was one of those projects that I had kind of thought up in my head and was wondering if it would turn out or not. And it did. It turned out nice. I really like it. In a project like that, thinking of how to put it together without doing it, planning it. It's the little things that are it's not the big. I know how to cut out a circle or an oval. It's how to make it blink, how to make flames come up, how to attach wood to here, and it's all those little things that you wonder, is it gonna come together? but it did. So anyway, after that was up, I did spend yesterday and today putting the Halloween display up. So you want to see it? Yeah, let's go look. Hey guys, hey! Spooky season is upon us!
Yes, and to celebrate, we're having a spooktacular giveaway, but we're gonna put you to work.
Of course we are! You know, every year we do our annual costume runway, but this year, we want you to be a part of it. So, to enter our giveaway, you have to send us in a picture of you in your favorite Halloween costume. Now, you know, it doesn't have to be this year's. It could be an old picture. Heck, it could even be a picture of your fur baby.
And we'll use those pictures in a fun montage.
Yes, we will. So much fun. Absolutely. And the prize? Oh, is it epic? Of course you're going to have an SSAM gift pack. A spooky one, that is, all packed with like gear and stickers and magnets and some homemade stuff from Blah, and sweeten the pot a little bit. How about a $50 Amazon gift card, y'all?
Can I enter? No. Well, you have until October 19th to get your entry in. The winner will be announced during the runway costume episode that we do later that week.
Yep. Good luck, everybody, and happy Halloween! Giveaway. Oh, yes, just a reminder there. Oh, we got some cool pictures in already. We just announced the giveaway on Saturday. What is this, Tuesday? We already have some really cool pictures. So, oh, it's so cool. And I must reiterate, you know, if you don't want it to be a picture of yourself, I mean, even though you're in costume and people don't know, it can be of your pets. Like, I know some people like to dress up their pets, you know, for Halloween, or a loved one, or maybe your kid or something. So yeah, we really wanted to be nice this year. So that's why we made it into a giveaway, you know, and it's a pretty cool prize too. A little later in the week, we're gonna unpack that prize and I'll show you everything that's in it. So and what did you think of the Halloween display? You know, it's not done. You know, I'm good. Well, I do have a couple more things I did want to add to it, but you know, it's basically done. We're just going to leave it at that. And we have rain coming and high winds, and the temperatures have been very, very cold at night. Now it's been going down to 42 was the lowest so far. So all the houseplants are in. They're all safe. Well, I should say all the houseplants are in, but like half of them are in here. The other half went to work. So yeah, my office is like, you know, what did Steve say? The hanging gardens of Babylon was my office again. So anyway, well, all right. I don't want to keep you too long on this Tuesday night for Mondays with Mark. Whatever. All right. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you had a good time tonight. I really did. I enjoyed decorating. I definitely enjoy spending time with you. Definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And the notification bell so you know when we have a new video coming out. And all of our contact information is right down below. That would be our email address and our post office box and all our little social media links. And that's what you would use to send in your picture for the giveaway, okay? And definitely check us out on social media, okay? Facebook, X, and what's the other one? Instagram, that too. Thank you again, everybody. Listen, you have a fantastic week, okay? And I mean that. Have a fantastic week. And I will see you next time, okay? Stay spooky. See everybody. Mwah.